You can't find one other team in our league right now that has to rely on that much every single night from their young guys in their first and second year. And it's unfair to those guys for us to continue to, we want them to learn. We want them to learn. We want them to learn. I want them to learn. But also I have to understand that they're young as well, and they're going to have mistakes, and they're going to make mistakes. You just try to limit the mistakes as much as possible.
They're kids. They're just kids. That seems to be the explanation from the King. And with that, we welcome in Zach Harper, who covers the NBA for The Athletic. Zach, Lakers are 5.5 games back with 18 to play with 3 teams between them and the 8th spot. Is there anything to suggest that this version of the Lakers is up to making up that kind of ground?
No. I mean, I know we saw a 20-14 team to start the season, the first 34 games, and then LeBron got hurt. And since then, since LeBron came back, they're the 25th offense or the 27th defense. They're just a bad team now. And I don't think it means they've been bad the whole season. They were just kind of randomly winning games, but they're just not good right now when they need to make a push. They don't have the camaraderie. They don't have the chemistry on either side of the floor. They just don't have enough time to make up for everything they needed to do. And LeBron's right. They needed those young guys to get about 5 years of experience in 5 months. That's just not possible.
If they can't reach the top 8, was this ultimately more of an execution issue? Was it perhaps the 17-game stretch where LeBron was out, or a roster issue in your mind?
I mean, I think it's a little bit of everything, and I hope that doesn't come off as a cop-out, but they've got a lot of issues. Like, the roster construction was never about this year. It was about placeholders for this coming summer. The injury obviously sank them because he misses 17, 18, 19 games. All of a sudden, you have just a young team again that won, 35, 36 games last year, trying to compete in an even better Western Conference this year. And then once the trade rumors happened, once everything kind of started unraveling from the locker room, there's only so much that could be made up. And LeBron, says you can't put it all on these young guys. Young guys have actually been the best players on this team for this stretch, and it's not saying much, but the older guys, the veterans, those are the ones that are coming up short when you look at the lineups on the court. So, I think it's just a lot of things that went wrong.
So when you talk about the trade and you talk about the young guys and the veterans not stepping up on the court, have the veterans stepped up, inside the locker room in terms of trying to fix the chemistry, in terms of trying to make it right? Do you see the Lakers have had, or LeBron, has he had enough help from his veterans to make the situations right from a chemistry standpoint?
I mean, I think there are efforts there. I think you saw it when Rajon Rondo hit that shot against the Celtics right after the trade deadline, right? And everyone went nuts. Young guys mobbed him. Everyone mobbed him because I think Rajon Rondo's that guy for them. I think he's been the guy that tried to keep the locker room together. But if it looks like, whether you want to believe it or not, if it looks like LeBron James just tried to trade you away and LeBron James doesn't come out and say, look, my bad, let's get this thing together and go make the playoffs, I really don't know what someone like Rajon Rondo or Tyson Chandler are supposed to do to keep everything together. Like, it starts from top to bottom. Magic Johnson said that the media's got to stop treating these guys like babies, and I agree to a certain extent, but somewhere within the organization that work has to be done to mend those fences. I'm not sure a good enough job was done.
Zach, if you're the Lakers, how do you get out of this season and save a little bit of face? I mean, is there any way to salvage this thing? You don't make the playoffs. You don't pull off a trade at the deadline. Now you got everybody waiting until July 1st to see what you do in free agency. How do you pacify Laker Nation and all of these people looking at this organization until you get to July 1st?
I don't know that you can do it. I mean, I could say, like, hey, finish 500, and maybe it doesn't look so bad because you don't have a losing season. But there's nothing really that can be done at this point other than making the playoffs. And even if you make the playoffs, all right, you get swept by the Warriors in the first round. Like, there's not a whole lot of positivity that can come from it. But the one positive thing that comes out of it is that you have a lot of flexibility this summer. You have the cap space to go sign a major player. You have the trade assets to go trade for a major player. You could have a big three in the blink of an eye within the first week of July. It's just you have to wait, and we know the Lakers have been waiting a long time to be relevant in a positive way, and it didn't come this season.
That shouldn't be a problem. Lakers fans are super patient. I think
super patient. Oh yeah,
I think that'll be fine. Kyle Kuzma out tonight because of the ankle injury suffered on Monday. Speaking of potential trade assets, how significant is the Kuzma injury for tonight and moving forward?
I mean, for tonight, they were going to get blown out whether Kuzma played or not, right? I guess the Lakers could win this game, but Denver's a much better team, so I don't know that Kyle Kuzma, his absence is going to keep them from having a chance in this game. Moving forward, as long as it's not too serious, it seems like it's okay. You know, he gets back on the court, he gets to play, he gets to increase that trade value. I mean, he's been the one guy that I would say really wasn't affected at all by the trade rumors. He seemed to be a guy that just wanted to go out there and hoop. Brandon Ingram's had a nice month or so, and so it looks like he's kind of rebounded from that. But for the most part, I think Kuzma's good. I think people know Kuzma's going to be fine mentally. He's really good on the court. You don't have to worry about him, but he's one of those positive guys. Like, if he finished out the season just killing, you know, it's not going to placate Lakers fans, but at least feels a little bit better than what's happening.